Jan. Jan had been drinking a lot that evening. His addiction was out of control. He hid a bottle of vodka in the bus driver compartment and took advantage of every stop to take a drink. Always careful not to be seen, he began his last trip at 8 p.m. It was dark outside. The effects from the alcohol were evident, and Jan had trouble making out the road. The other car's headlights dazzled him. His legs were shaking. He was dizzy and sleepy. The dust-filled road was dangerous. If you drove off the road, you could fall off a cliff. Jan closed his eyes for a moment. The screams of the passengers woke him up. The bus was heading straight into the cliff. Jan turned the wheel abruptly. He drove onto the opposite lane and hit an old gypsy woman who was walking on the curb. Jan, who was very nervous, stopped the bus and got up from his chair, shaking. The scared passengers kept looking out the window, trying to understand what had happened. Jan felt weird, sick. His mouth tasted like gasoline. He knelt on the floor of the bus and started throwing up fuel in front of the astonished passengers. The back door opened and the old gypsy woman got on the bus. Jan looked at her and tried to apologize, but instead, more gasoline came out of his mouth. The flammable liquid spilled on the old gypsy woman's foot. She took out a match, lit it, and dropped it. The fire spread quickly among the screams of the passengers. Jan vomited one last gulp of fuel and felt as if hell had entered his body. The bus exploded. Jan was the only survivor. Burned and disfigured, he continues to tell this story, but no one believes him.